Ever wonder why the mechanic charges you even for the tiniest fix? Well, there are simple fixes you can make without your mechanic. Here are 10 things you can do before going to the mechanic, and the first one will blow your mind. It's so small and insignificant, yet it's the hero responsible for the actual explosion that powers your car. Modern plugs, like the expensive iridium ones, are advertised to last up to 100,000 miles. But here's a tip. You don't want to wait that long. If your engine feels a little sluggish, acceleration is a bit hesitant, or you're wondering where your good gas mileage went, it might be time for a checkup. Pull a plug and look closely. Do you see a worn electrode or heavy carbon buildup? Those are signs of wasted power. Swapping out old plugs for fresh ones is one of the cheapest ways to get an instant boost in performance. It's the simplest engine tune-up there is. Always use the specific type listed in your owner's manual. Such an unbelievable DIY car repair. Mechanics will definitely receive fewer frequent visits. Those spark plugs need attention, your engine also needs a scan. You know those parts of the engine you barely think about? The belts and hoses, the unsung heroes quietly running the show. They're basically the circulatory system of your car. Once a month, just pop the hood and take a quick look. Inspect the belt for those signs of fatigue, cracks, fraying, or any weird shiny spots. See any of these signs, it's worn thin and ready to snap at the worst possible time. For the hoses, look for cracks or leaks. When the engine is cool, run your hand along them and feel for any spongy or soft spots. If a hose feels squishy like an old fruit, it's about to fail. The unbelievable part is how cheap and quick it is to replace a frayed belt or a soft hose now versus the astronomical cost of an engine overheating or completely breaking down later. Don't wait. It's the easiest insurance policy you can get. When you think it can't get any easier, the next hack puts the E in easy. If you're one of those drivers who practically live on the road, your car isn't just asking for maintenance, it's practically begging for it. This is where the simple truth lies. Synthetic engine oil is your best friend. Synthetic is tougher, more durable, and just handles the relentless workload of a heavy commute better. The goal is to aim to change that synthetic oil every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. If you're mostly cruising on the highway, but if your commute is a daily stop-and-go war, stick closer to the 5,000 mark. It's a tiny cost compared to the wear you'll prevent. Most manufacturers suggest a fluid change every 30 to 60,000 miles. But if you're constantly battling gridlock or hauling heavy stuff, you need to think about doing it sooner. Well, the next thing to do is a cheap trick that'll save you a few bucks. There's a secret part in your car that's so small, so cheap, and yet so vitally important. It's the PCV valve. That's a positive crankcase ventilation valve. When it clogs up or fails, which it eventually will, it can quietly cause some seriously annoying problems, like rough idling, mysteriously high oil consumption, or even that engine-killing gunk called sludge. The simple, friendly maintenance hack is to check your PCV valve every 10,000 to 15,000 miles. If it's clogged, replacing it is one of the easiest and most affordable fixes out there, usually costing only $20 to $40 for the part itself. It's truly amazing how a quick inspection and a tiny part replacement can have such a huge positive impact on your engine's health and oil consumption. But that's not all there is, because the next hack will leave you wondering what you've been doing all this time. One thing that hardly anyone talks about is the brake fluid. It just sits there, quietly doing its job, getting almost zero attention, and that's a huge mistake. It's the brake that transfers the force from your foot to the wheels, allowing you to stop at will. But here's the insidious side to it. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, meaning it loves to soak up moisture right out of the air and can't be left unchecked. When it's ignored for long, what would have required cheap maintenance then becomes a major safety concern. But the reality is that a quick fluid swap, a relatively cheap procedure, can save you from serious trouble. If you think that was simple enough, the next hack will make you question the need for mechanics. We've all been there. It's freezing outside. You crank the car's heater and all you get is a blast of barely lukewarm air. Annoying, right? You immediately think, oh great, another expensive problem. Here's why your heater is failing you, and it's usually just because the coolant level is low. Think of it this way. The heating system relies on hot engine coolant circulating through a component called the heater core. When your coolant level drops too low, the system starts sucking in air instead of that vital hot fluid. Air doesn't heat your car. So the next time your heater is acting up on a chilly morning, skip the costly diagnostic and just check the coolant level. It's a trick so easy and so common, you'll be amazed you didn't think of it sooner. But the air filter seems quite different. Think about it. A dirty, clogged air filter doesn't just sit there. It actively chokes your engine, starving it of the clean, cool air it desperately needs to make power. Here's an easy way to check it. Just pop the hood, locate the air filter box, it's usually a big black plastic thing, and unclip it. Take a look at the filter. If it's covered in dirt, dead bugs, or just looks generally disgusting, swap it out. For most regular drivers, aiming to replace it every 12,000 to 15,000 miles is a solid goal. But if your commute involves a lot of gravel or dusty roads, you need to check it more often. It's truly amazing how a $20 filter replacement can instantly improve your throttle response. The next on this list will definitely save you a couple of dollars. This is one of those car facts that's so simple yet consistently ignored: the tire pressure. Most people guess, aiming for something between 28 and 36 psi, but guessing isn't good enough. The frustrating part about this is that tires naturally lose about 1 psi every single month. That small, slow drop won't trigger your warning light until the pressure is dangerously low. The simple, smart habit is to check every single tire, including the spare, with a reliable gauge monthly. Invest in a simple tire pressure gauge or a decent tire inflator to make this chore painless. The next hack will save your battery life. Here's an unbelievable fact about your car battery that absolutely nobody talks about. Batteries lose life just sitting on the shelf. They don't last forever, even if they've never been connected to a car. The moment they're filled with acid at the factory, the countdown begins. This means you need to be a detective before you hand over your cash. Always check the manufacturing date. It's often coded into the label, and you should aim to buy a battery that is less than a month old for peak performance. Finally, keeping those terminals clean is the easiest way to ensure that power gets delivered without a hitch. Just as promised, the next hack will make you question everything about car maintenance. Be honest, when you're at the gas pump, you know you're tempted to squeeze that handle just a little longer after it clicks off, trying to cram every last drop into your tank. What you don't know is that you're actually risking damage and wasting money. When you overfill your gas tank, you're not just risking a spill down the side of your car. You're potentially flooding and damaging your car's incredibly sensitive vapor recovery system. This system is crucial for trapping harmful gasoline vapors before they escape into the environment. If you drown it in liquid fuel, you can cause it to malfunction. When the tank is full, don't push for the extra 20 cents worth of gas. It's just not worth the headache or the potential repair bill. Which of these maintenance processes have you done yourself? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.